Welcome and welcome back to another video, folks. It's been a minute, I know. But life, as usual, has been lifing. And of course, it's turned way up now. So let's just get into it, shall we? Now, y'all didn't see this scene for quite some time because I have been doing a whole lot of. And y'all will see in the coming videos. So this particular joint is, of course, the apartment. And I did a whole lot of changes. I extended the damn environment and I wasn't even supposed to. I do not know how to stop. That's my main problem. I could just make some small environments, push them out, but the objective is to make large environments so I'm hired for larger jobs. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it would just be prop artist if that was what I was really going for, just making like small environments. But it does showcase that I have flexibility to do, larger scenes, mid-sized scenes, and smaller scenes. I did start a level design course that I had to postpone because again, life is life and I'll get back to it. But whatever the case may be, here we are. Life don't stop because we can't continue to do some other things. Anyway, here we are. I am adjusting the crown molding, I believe, of the apartment at this current time. But the scene is complete. I've had to go and fix some things. Uh, when I moved something in the scene, the feathers on the actual what do you call them, dream catchers that I created for some of the wall design elements, so the walls wouldn't be bare. The feathers went absolutely haywire, and that's probably because I didn't finish setting the actual particles, because you have to use particles to make feathers in Blender. I could get into that, but we'll just do a whole video separately of that because that's going to take just a little bit more time to break it down. So let's get into what we will see while I'm jabbering in the background about the events and things that have been happening in the daily life of us still residing on this rock. Um, the pink that you will see in the scene is basically from me moving files, organizing things. So I broke paths pretty much that I had to reroute. Um, That's the easiest way to explain that. But everything will be fixed by the time you see the next video because I had to go in and fix quite a few things. Because, mind you, when I was building these things, these different scenes, I basically just picked up from where I left off from Maya. I didn't really have a whole lot of Blender training. I watched a couple of, top Blender creators on YouTube, and that's really how I learned it. I didn't go through schooling for Blender. Like, if you already know Maya and 3ds Max and AutoCAD and all those other 3D modeling, programs, it's easy to kind of pick up um, how to, model in something that could be new, current, and hip for, the art community, and you have to kind of stay abreast at what, especially once you're out of school. So right now, what you're looking at is me getting ready to, I guess, separate so I can texture the chandelier, because this is what this video was basically about, me building the chandelier. And as you can see in the background, you can see some stuff on the walls. I did a lot of stuff um, to the apartment just to make it a lived in feel. I think I want to add like a throw blanket over the couch and something to that table right there. I'm going to add some melting to the candles that are sitting on the fireplace mount so that it doesn't, look like three brand new candles. Of course, it could be, but you want to make it look like it was actually something that's not brand new. And that's what I have a habit of doing. All my stuff looks straight out the box, like you just bought it and set it there. Nobody sat on it or anything. So it's great for like a showcase. I'm trying to get in the actual field, so I need to destroy a lot of my stuff. So once you see the cuteness of it all after it's done, I'm going to tear this apartment up like it was some sort of scene. I don't know what kind of scene yet, but we'll get into that later. But let's, complete it first, right? So just like you saw a few minutes ago, it was pink on the walls and stuff like that. All of that will be fixed in the next video. You'll see the completed scene, and it will be that. It will be a wrap for this until I retouch it to destroy it. I have other things that I have to finish because all of this stuff needs to go in a portfolio so that I can get the job that I want. You know what I mean? We gonna test those waters and get back to that and see what we're doing in the coming months. We're gonna see where we are by December, because again, the atmosphere for hiring in any industry is kind of shitty right now. So with companies laying off like 9,000 people at a time, I I need to secure something else while I'm doing that hunt, because I can't afford to get into something that's already tumultuous. So anywho, all right, so let's get into our current events since y'all already know what's happening in the scene behind me. Um Temperature check. Is everybody okay? I just saw a video of a 68-year-old Navy veteran getting shot in his wheelchair by a man because he snatched this man's he snatched one of the patches. You know how some veterans, they actually walk around decorated. So I don't think it's a point of where they just want you to know. I think they're just proud of what they did. And so somebody coming along saying you a liar, that's not what you did, and then assaulting them, and then the charges is aggravated assault as opposed to um trying to murder this man. You shot him in the chest, for crying out loud. That's one aspect of it. Walking out these doors every morning, you just thinking to yourself, I just need it to be an RA day so I can go to work, come home, and relax. You don't want to be in no kind of scuffles, no kind of back and forth verbal disagreements, because it takes too much energy these days. And people are not worth it. They are not worth it. So don't give it to them, y'all. As much as y'all would like to, try to avoid the pettiness of it all, or whatever you get from responding, because everything ain't meant for a response. Okay, we can also expand on that. Y'all can expand on that in the comments if you want, because I'm up for talking now, because we ain't got shit but a little bit of time left. Apparently we have aliens on the way. It was 2 weeks ago. So I just don't want to pay rent and stuff no more, because why are we doing it when this shit should be free in the first place? You know? I don't understand the thought process of a lot of people, but in every management course that I've ever had to deal with when starting a management position at a company, the first thing they told us is that people were stupid. And I noticed that pattern in every single management class that I had to take before I accepted the position as full-time management. And I think that's why it's so easy for uh, different companies, different politicians, different people in general to manipulate a certain demographic of people, because they already know that y'all don't give a damn about much but yourselves. So they played on that. And now that y'all are seeing the benefits of cutting your tongue off to spite your face, here we are, you know? And I genuinely feel bad for some people, but then there are people I don't feel sorry for. Like, are you dead ass serious? Like, y'all wanted us to go back in the field. What's wrong with y'all hands? I mean, y'all have nieces and nephews and little cousins and grandkids. Recruit your family, since y'all want to keep it in the family anyway. And that goes for all aspects of life. Not, I mean, nobody wants to be inbred, y'all. It's some complications come with inbreeding. So when I say keep it in the family, since y'all trying to keep the wealth generational, do it that way. That way you ain't gotta pay out to the folk that you don't want to see prosper. Give it to the people that are around you on a daily basis. Or maybe they don't even want to work for you. Maybe there are issues within your own line of folk that y'all need to address, which is probably for the best, because it's a lot of people that are under the impression that we as a people are lazy. Now, I'm not going to hold you. There are a lot of lazy people out here. That does not mean that we agree with it. Okay? Believe me when I tell you, we have our own beefs and struggles amongst our own folk, and we are well aware. We don't need any reminders from any other group of folk that we got our own shit to clean up, as well as do others. So, what would be healthy is if everybody worried about themselves instead of worrying about what the fuck going on over there. I don't get y'all. I really don't. And I've tried to wrap my head around the selfishness and the racism of it all. But, if I think back to the experiences that I've had working at FAO Schwartz and King of Prussia, baby, you talking about racism. I had a white woman tell me, nigga, you gonna carry my bags. And no, the fuck I'm not. Okay? So, you just gotta be you gotta be mindful. I had charges placed on me, but even though the sheriff for King of Prussia out there was very white, he let her know, ma'am, this woman doesn't have any charges. You gonna have to get some charges too, because you attempted to assault her because she wouldn't do what you told her to do. That's not how the world works anymore. And mind you, this was probably in 96 or 97. It was some years ago. You understand me? So, yeah, I'm a product of the 1900s. Dinosaur here, okay? Either way, I have maintained um mainly by staying out the way. And that's crazy that you have to somewhat live like that just to avoid the stupidity of it all. And I just wish everybody the best. I want y'all to get better. Okay? I really do. For the sake of, you know, your soul, I suppose. Because we ain't going to be here forever. That's for sure. Look at the weather. I don't know if y'all playing with that or not. So let's move on, because we can stay on racism forever, but we're not going to do that. We 13 minutes in. We only got a few more minutes. So let's go into some more entertaining stuff. Drake, what the fuck is your problem? Drake, 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 you lost the battle. That's it. I'm so glad I didn't tap in online when all of that was going on, because Lord knows I'd probably be mentioned in that lawsuit, because I'd have ate your ass the fuck up. Because are you kidding me? Are you dead ass? How dare you put out a record after he pulled your card to say, "Oh, well, you know what? We fed you that information." So we knew it was coming, so whatever. And then do a lawsuit, nigga, acting like you knew. If you knew all of this shit, what are you? Is it supposed to embarrass this man in the public forum so that we all see he got some issues? At the end of the day, you need to be worried about yourself. You got plenty of issues that's already, under scrutiny. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm kind of glad the masks are falling off. I've had it with people and they fuck shit and pretending to be or to feel a certain way about a certain demographic of people when you really don't. Like, at the crux of it, you don't really like us. You don't like us. You like certain shit, but you don't like it all. You know? Not only that, you just keep taking L after L, and I don't even think you know how to sit down. You should have made a part two of I'm the fuck upset, because you still upset. You need to let that shit go. It probably would have been better, just like everybody's saying, if you just took a little sabbatical. But I don't think you know how. It's the L you took currently with trying to add that man's children into the lawsuit. You highly disrespectful. And it's not even entertaining anymore. I can't even listen to your music the same. And I'm sure that has affected a whole lot of other, used to be fans. Cause I'm not a fan no more. Like, I don't like the corny shit. I don't like it. Not in my real life, not in my entertainment world. The shit I like to entertain myself with is things that I don't deal with on a personal level every day, which is bullshit. And I don't like it, Drake. And I don't like it for you. I would suggest you go do the whole thing like Kendrick said. Get you some therapy, man. So let's talk about these aliens that were supposed to be here 2 weeks ago, but now they still 2 weeks out. All I know is when the shit hits the fan, bro, I'm not paying no rent no more. And if my landlord is listening, God bless you. Because baby, we about to go through another battle. And if it's looking anything the fuck like iRobot or Independence Day or any of the other movies that have it where, what is the name of that movie, y'all? Where the alien, it was like the man turned into, I think Matt Damon was in it. I'm almost positive Matt Damon was in it, but he started turning into an alien. That might be on another level. That's not the one I'm thinking about. There is a movie where they realized the aliens were actually humans in suits. If anybody can remember the name of that shit, put it in the comments. But I can't remember. But I do remember a movie like that. And y'all just keep showing us what is coming. And I want to know why now. Is it because y'all time is up? What's going on? What is y'all time up for? What's really happening? Like I think y'all could at least learn how to communicate better. Besides letting us know that y'all want us back in the field, that's not happening. So now y'all out here antagonizing people, different states, just running a fucking muck. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if Trump is. I think Trump is just a businessman, and he about his dollar. That's what I think, and he going to go where the dollar is at. And they know that he can be easily bought. So there's that. Oh, we got a minute and some change left. What else we going to talk about? Ah, you know what? And speaking of Drake, damn it. There's this song on your Scorpion album called That's How You Feel. You just in the cut sitting sideways. Way that you looking all the time. Time gets a ticking and it takes a toll. Told you I couldn't really draw the line. Yeah, I believe you, my man. I believe you. I just want you to get better. Get well soon. Wasn't that one of your albums? Oh my God. Take care. I'm cracking myself the fuck up. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, this video is about to come to an end, guys. This is a little bit of UVing that y'all hear me talking about here and there. If you haven't tapped into what's happening on this channel, you can go back down to the many videos that I've already posted. This will be the 60th video on my YouTube channel. And guys, tap in if you want to know more about my journey. But I'm about to be up out of here. I need to do something else. Much love, peace, and hair grease. See you next time.